Man your stations, weigh anchor!
We're gonna go about halfway there, then wait in the reeds until about 4 o'clock. We want to get there early in the morning when the fog is the thickest and they are sleepy after the morning prayer. Artyomich, Duke, we're on final approach. There. See that fire at the very top? That's the control post. What used to be anyway. Now it's a shrine, блять. Closer to God at the top, you see? That's where you have to go. I'll distract the guards now. Hey, you ashore! Catch the line!
Ready! Hey, sailor! What did you do to your barge? What you gonna sell now?
Whoa, you're so funny! Jackass, блядь.
So, Artyom, shall we move? Whoever gets there first wins. Break a leg.
Artyom, Duke, the Aurora is quietly moving into position. We'll be ready to act on your signal. Roger that, sir. We're on it. Over.
Who arrived? It's like you missed the morning service. Well, I didn't.
One day you are going to get sent to fight demons for that.
See the campfire! Cover me, brother, and I need to reload! Here, the card is gone! The heretic is in the pass over there! Take this grenade, you dog! They can't be scared! That's it! I give up! Don't sweat! I give up! Don't shoot! Can you hear me?
going bye-bye. And Katya, you don't have to worry about her anymore. Understood?
Deceiving Katya. You must pray to the Lord for forgiveness. But for murdering my children, the children of God, you will burn in hell until the end of days. Sound the alarm! Heretics! Charge them! The Germans!
Damn, I've been hit! Aurora, full steam ahead! Do you copy? Artyom, get away! I'll take it from here! Artyom, jump!
We left Volga behind. The endless expanses of Russia stretched before us now. Regretfully, Duke was not destined to see them. Was his death a fault of mine? Was everything that happened on the bridge? It could be. It's a cruel world that we live in, and it's not our responsibility to fix it. We only wanted to pass through, and it was not my fault they screamed for blood. Their zealousness reminded me of the metro, where people are indoctrinated into a lie. That the world is dead and there's nowhere to go. Anyone who questions it gets fed a different lie, that the war is still going on. Here it's electricity is a sin. Same difference, really.
Artyom. Artyom. Wake up, dear.
Is he up yet? Artyom, the Colonel wants you on the breach. See you later.
Come on, wake up. I'm so sorry about Duke. He was just a boy, really. He kept asking me for advice on how to become more attractive to a girl he knew, what to say to her. He couldn't wait to come back to her, proudly wearing scars and medals.
Uncle Artyom! Uncle Artyom! Uncle Tokarev has already set his shop up. Wanna go look? It's so cool. Here, Uncle Artyom.
Ah, hi, Artyom. See my new place? Fit for a king, I must say. What do you think of this workbench, eh?
A smoke break. That's good.
So much space Most of the stuff all of the guys found outside and gave to me went into making this workshop. So thank you.
Well, guys, to Duke's memory.
Artyom, the Colonel's waiting for you on the bridge.
Look, stop with this funeral mood. It is Duke we are talking about. Do you recall how he came back from the library? Same thing here.
Well, yeah, that time he pulled a fast one on us. We had the drinks ready, stamps and everything.
Come here, Artyom. Listen.
I had a talk with the Ark. All thanks to Tokarev. He got the decoder working. Ark, come in. Come in, Ark. Over.
This is Ark. Identify yourself.
I'm in command of a special operations force. We have received your signal and are currently heading your way. Do you copy? Over.
Yes, yes. Hear you loud and clear.
Who am I talking to? How do I address you?
The Deputy Chief of Communications Department, Major Ivanov. A moment.
Oh, yes, Major. I understand that a checkup is in order.
Great, Colonel. Melnikov? Simply capable. I am sorry for the lack of trust, but as you know, the situation is dire and the enemy is always ready to strike.
I do understand, Major, and I hope that you can tell the leadership that my people are true to their duty and will be at their full disposal as soon as we arrive. Over.
Thank you for the great news. How large is your force, Colonel?
I have a squad of the best operatives the special forces have to offer.
A squad? I see. Well, this is great. Great!
Yes, we aren't a large force, but we bring a message of extreme importance. We are heading towards you from Sector K6 Alpha. Do you have any data on enemy forces we might encounter on the way? Over.
Just a moment, I have to check. K6, Alpha, you say, as far as I can see, there have been no enemy encounters reported in the area, Colonel. I regret. I must end our conversation here, but know that we are waiting for your arrival. I am making my report immediately, and I am sure the Minister of Defense will be eager to see you.
This is a great honor. Thank you. Just a few words more, though. What is the general situation here, Major? Please.
Colonel, sir, you do understand this is classified information. But I do understand you. We are doing fine. Do not worry. Well, see you in the Ark. Over and out.
I serve the people. Over and out.
So, do you get this now, you doubting Thomas? I'm so excited my hands are still shaking. The minister himself! This is incredible! By the way, Artyom, you should take a look at the map. As you can see, we're heading almost straight for the Yamantau complex. Katya and Crest tell me that the line there is in decent condition. Surprising, really, taking into account the number of priority targets there. So, we can hope for smooth sailing from here, and right to the very destination. It's not even that far, but our speed depends on the state of the track. So, I think it's going to take us quite some time to get there. So, Yermak, where were we?
You were saying, it's all about the results.
Yes. These soft-bellied attitudes must stop. The ends do justify the means.
Well, I don't object. But not all ends can be called just.
Exactly. And this is why I have been waiting for a chance like this for ages. And now everything seems to be coming together. It's the government. Don't you understand?
Oh, but of course.
You don't seem to quite grasp the importance, which is unexpected, especially after the news you just heard.
Yes, well, say there is a government. So what? We spent so many years apart, so why worry now?
But don't you see? They probably knew nothing about us. With the sheer power of enemy strikes directed at Moscow, they never expected so many of us to survive. And now we get to tell them Moscow still lives. And not only that, it also preserved a functioning civilization. Do you get that? All these years, we were fighting a losing battle for mere survival. And now we have a new goal.
And what would that goal be?
You don't get this, do you? The command center should have all of the command and control networks, all the intelligence. They should know where all the nukes hit, have complete fallout maps. They have everything. Information rules the world. And Metro is chock full of people. Put 2 and 2 together, huh? We could repopulate the country. Yeah, of course, not at once. First, we might have to take the country back. But we'll be doing this under the direction of a real government. People with all the necessary skills. And in the end, we will break out of the underground dead end we are in.
It would be nice, sure. By the way, I meant to ask for some time now. How did you learn about the Yamantau bunker, Colonel?
Oh, the information about the ARC project I have is beyond a doubt. I'm saying this as a GRU officer. I had colleagues working there, preparing evacuation plans. So I've been briefed into it officially.
So, now we just have to get there. And we will. We will. The journey won't be easy, though.
We were never looking for an easy way.
Yes. I've been thinking about that for a long time. The Central Industrial District, a priority target. Gatia did confirm my suspicions. The tracks might have survived partially, but the state they're in now is most likely terrible. I think we'll have to fix sections of the track.
I think our people can handle it. Besides, I'm sure there will be sidetracks.
What do you think could have happened in the relatively intact territories in the meantime?
That's a good question. Well, we are going to learn it pretty soon.
Yes. Yes, that we will.
Well, let us talk business for a change. Namely, the engine status.
All right.
How much time will it take to refill the water tank from now on?
Around 3 hours if we don't have to clean the filters.
Do we have any spares, just in case?
We do, but not the whole set. Just the rough one.
Is the pump in order now?
Yes, we fixed it.
Thanks. Well, that is true. Don't be shy. So, Sam ends his speech, and then Duke asks, "Where's my drink?"
So, what was it? The Colonel is always right, and we're just filling our heads with dumb ideas? Stay here for a bit, Artyom. This is great. I wish I could stay like this forever. Artyom, when you climbed those ruins back in Moscow, with your radio, did you imagine our life on the surface at all? A home, for one. A place where we could live. A log cabin on the outskirts of a forest. Or how about a bungalow on an ocean shore? Well, you know, there's something great in simply going anywhere like this. Together. Through the abandoned stations, the ruins, the wasteland. Especially in our own private compartment. Thinking back, isn't this our honeymoon trip? It certainly feels like one, even though it's a bit late. We've only had some honeymoon sorties at best so far. Alyosha keeps telling everyone Duke could have jumped off the bridge in time. The others are also holding well. But I just unraveled. Of course, I had friends die before. He wasn't looking for death, Duke. He did volunteer for the most dangerous missions, but didn't expect to die. He was looking up to Stepan. Dad. You. Especially you. And he didn't die for nothing, did he? He wanted us to get there, to Yamantau. He wanted us to tell them about Moscow, how we survived there and still haven't given up, how we've been hiding it for so long. But when I think of it being you, and not even knowing for sure, I'd never be able to live through it. So, you think I should just let it all out? I don't think that would make me feel better. I've been thinking, back home, we buried our friends at home, and avenged them at home. That home and life there sucked. We were kept there with chains. No, even worse, with lies. And now we are looking for a new home. But here, it's someone else's home, and we are not invited. I talked to Katya. They had a tough life, and that Salantius really kept them in his grip. Those people are basically slaves, working all day, praying all night, under constant watch, killed for even the slightest wrong. They don't get sold, but that's probably just because Salantius has no use for money. They brought it upon themselves, and yet they survived through all these years. It is their home, after all. How many homes like this lie ahead? Are we going to break every door down? Are we going to become enemies to dwellers of those homes? Are we going to lose somebody in each? Who's next? You? Sorry, I'm just not myself. Do you think that when we come back to Metro, they will believe us? They, who live there, bury their folks there, feed their children with rat meat. I agree with Father when he says it was the only way to preserve civilization. But what do you think they will find easier to believe? That they'd be able to get out to the surface and live there like they once did? Leaving already? Well, go get them, Tiger.
I just think we should still drink to Duke's memory. And if he's alive, that's only a good omen.
Oh, sure. We'll have to get to Vladivostok if need be.
Well, I doubt we'd have to go that far. But at least something is in abundance. The pipes?
As I have told you already, it's high time for an overhaul. Christ and I did our best removing the line buildup. Looks like it. But let's have another go, just in case.
Yes, that can't hurt.
What do you say?
I'll drink later. Gotta finish cooking.
Okay. Let's drink. All right, let's.
By the way, speaking of omens, let's have a service for him once we come across another church.
Built in belief in having excellencies. I'm also here.
Well, Salantius called this devil Moscow's. But I imagine it like Valhalla, where guys got fallen heroes spend eternity feasting and fighting, fit for all the people lost.
Yes, this is worth having another word for. To our guys having fun in
All right, I'll stop going on. It's like living in a fairy tale. A prince has rescued his princess from a monster-infested dungeon and is taking her to his magic kingdom where they are going to live happily ever after. Do you think we're going to find that kingdom in the end? Though, if it's with you, I'll be fine anywhere. Live happily ever after is the most important part as far as I'm concerned. Time to go. Okay, let me get up.
We'll have to keep pitching in like this too. Looks like we're facing a long journey, and useful things like ammo or equipment don't grow on trees. Plus, the further from Moscow we get, the harder they'll probably be to get. So don't forget to collect all the materials you find to keep us going. There's so many things to do. I haven't decided where I'm going to work on the suits, but I'll have to, and soon. And it's high time we fixed our uniforms. Some of our people are starting to look pretty ragged, you know? Duke's plate carrier didn't hold the back plate anymore. And he just kept joking about it. What was I? Well, I'll be working here from now on. Well, that's it. I bragged enough and won't waste any more of your time. The Colonel summoned you. Well, I have stuff to do too. You guys are fast to break gear, but none too expedient to fix it.
Uncle Tokarev! Uncle Tokarev!
What would you like to ask, Nastya?
Uncle Tokarev, do you have a sewing machine?
No, I don't.
I'm thinking about. What does everyone expect of this trip? Duke used to say that he just couldn't spread his wings back home. He was too eager to meet a girl.
How much time will it take to refill the water tank from now on?
Around 3 hours if we don't have to clean the filters.